Hi, I'm George Butron. My wife Joyce and I are living in Singapore and have been for quite a number of years now. We've raised our 4 sons on the mission field in Asia, and I want to give you just a little overview of what's happening there. First of all, let me tell you something about me. When I was 17 years old, I was a brand new Christian. I was studying agriculture, planning to be a farmer. And I went to a little Christian meeting in Tennessee, and a man prophesied over me that night. He laid his hands on me and he said, "Young man, obey God, and He'll send you to nations. You'll go to peoples and places you never thought you'd go to. You obey God, He'll give you His Holy Spirit, and He'll send you to the world." Well, that was the most unexpected word I could have ever gotten, but I got to tell you, it was accurate, because that's exactly what has happened. My wife had a childhood missions call, and I met her, and she said, "Buddy, you're not going anywhere with me unless it's overseas." And so we've been doing that for the last 22 years now. From 1988 until now, we've been missionaries in Singapore, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea. And for the last 7 years, it's been my pleasure and joy to be in Southeast Asia, where there's some of the greatest things in the world happening. Cambodia, as many of you know, is one of the most explosive church planting movements and mission fields that we have in the world today. In the last 12 years, over 3,000 congregations have been planted, 105 church orphan homes. There's now all kinds of community development projects, a rice farm, a tractor factory, you name it, it's happening in Cambodia, and there's a generation being raised to preach the gospel and to win their nation for Christ. Vietnam, we have a house church movement that is moving past 200 congregations. They've survived communism, persecution, all the major leaders have been in jail, they've been beaten, they've paid a price for the gospel, and they're pressing on. And now the situation's changing, the country's more open, they're ready to register the work sometime in the next year or two. And Vietnam has become an economic power in Asia, and they're moving and they're growing. Philippines is one of our oldest, most established mission fields, 1,800 churches. A church planting project in Manila, initiated by Jim Hayford and Eastside Foursquare Church, has planted about 100 churches, preschools, microeconomic projects, touching the poorest of the poor, bringing community transformation into the urban slums of Manila. It's incredible. It's awesome. We have churches in Singapore, in Malaysia. Malaysia has a vision to plant 300 house churches in the next 10 years. 20 years ago, I saw a vision of Malaysia, just the outline of the map, just the dark shape, the silhouette of Malaysia, and suddenly flowers started to bloom from top to bottom, north to south, east to west, and I heard a word from the Lord, "Let 1,000 flowers bloom." And I got a word from Isaiah 61 where it said, "One shall become 1,000, and the least of them a mighty nation, and I will hasten it in its time." And I'm watching that happen right before my eyes right now. In Myanmar, with an oppressive military dictatorship government, we have 200 churches that have been started through an apostolic leader named Philip Ahone. This movement is impacting the nation, and it will continue to do so. And so it's been an amazing journey to see God moving in the nations of Southeast Asia. It's not done yet. We believe there are great days ahead. Church planting movements, evangelism, community transformation. All the effective ministries in Southeast Asia are doing community-focused work as well, helping with the needs of the urban poor, helping with agriculture projects. In Bangkok, we have an English center that's become a fishing pool for evangelism and church planting. We have teachers coming from the U.S. and serving there and teaching English to Thai students, and many of them are getting saved, and we're planting churches out of that. So I just want to tell you, come to Southeast Asia. It's an awesome place. We'd love to receive you there. We'd love to have a team. We'd love to have teachers come. And if you would come and serve with us, it'd be our pleasure. God bless you.